10,000 days alive. It's kind of crazy. Pisa kind of holds a somewhat special place in my heart. Well, really small, but still. When I was younger, many, many years ago, I don't even remember how old I was, my dad had came to Pisa to visit. I don't remember why he was here. Maybe it was just a holiday, but he came and he brought back, you know when they do those like holographic in a cube of glass shapes of the Leaning Tower? My dad didn't go on holiday that often. He kind of held on to that as like a thing. Now we're here. I did say small. I did say very, very small sentimental place. But I think it's important to find sentimentality in the small things anyway. That's why I'm here, 10,000th day. Very fascinated by the concept of sentimentality because it's very personal. You know, one might say that celebrating the 10,000th day is very arbitrary. I think everything's arbitrary, isn't it? Time is arbitrary. We just made that up. All that matters is what you give significance. You know, and as a populace, we gave significance to birthdays, and that happens every year. But the 10,000th day, that only happens once. I actually got the idea from an old colleague of mine, Nikki, shout out Nikki, who were talking about all sorts of zodiac stuff, and then what was it? Your Venus Day? Am I making that up? What's this Venus? When Venus passes. But it's something that happens every 29 years or whatever. It can either be the worst year of your life, or if nothing happens, it means you're on the right tracks. Sure. And then the idea of a 10,000th day came up, and that was like, oh, when you turn 27. So I marked it in my calendar. And yeah, that's today. So here we are. One of the main reasons I came here was to come here. The Palazzo Strozzi, to see the Rothko exhibition. I found out about it on Hypebeast, ahead of the curve. I was always quite interested in Rothko as one of the foundational abstract expressionists. I just came out of there now, and I thought it was very interesting. I think the most interesting part for me was the timeline of it. He found art in his mid-20s, and I'm in my mid-20s, well, not anymore, but he didn't really fall into his signature style until like his mid-40s. So much exploration and like discovery happened like really late in his life. Very interesting, because we hold a lot of stake these days in, you know, doing things so young, the youngest to ever, and, you know, all this. I feel like as I'm like getting older, I'm just kind of weeping. I'm 27 now. What's the likelihood of me being in any sort of like 30 under 30? Well, we got 3 years, we'll see. It's validating to know that so much can happen so late in his life, or in life in general. A lot of people like are moved to tears by Rothko's work. I didn't cry, but I did find it quite interesting. There was a video that was included. They had mentioned that Mark was aware of this phenomenon, and he in fact liked it because it was how he felt when he was making it. Very interesting. One thing I appreciate about being in a place that's so steeped in culture and history, not that London isn't, but this place you can see it, you know, untouched by capitalism, I suppose. The ground is rough. I'm literally nearly like broke my ankle a couple times, bro, trying to walk down this fucking street. Right, where is the pavement, bro? No such thing as a pavement. Never heard of her. People are smoking in the train stations. Do you know what? I don't even really condone smoking, but it's just the like, in fact, not even that I don't condone it, I actually condemn it. But it's just the vibe. It's the vibe of it. It just feels so like authentic and like, you know what I'm saying? Well, there's history. I saw a sign earlier that said, Liquify translates to, why do you do it? And it's a good question. It's a question I've already answered, actually, to be fair. But it's something that I think is just, I don't know, it's almost like informative to me. And the reason why I proceed every single time trying to do what I'm trying to do. A lot of people say, a lot of people live to work. I'm trying to work to live. A lot of people might be like, why would you celebrate 10,000 days? It's not something people celebrate. I had a British couple that I ran into from Sussex while I was eating a world famous sandwich. Shout out to Topjaw. And I was like, they were like, why are you here? And I was like, I'm here to celebrate like 10,000 days. And then the woman was like, happy birthday, I guess? I was like, I guess? I don't know. I know it's not common, but I don't know, man. I felt it within me to make a memory. Not a lot of people consider that you're making memories every single time you step out to do something special. Consciously making that decision. It can either make or break the moment. It's kind of just about what you make it, you know, and whether or not you're willing to imbue that significance into the moment. I think the moment's quite lovely. Don't really have anything to say here, just a really nice view. The other thing I wanted to do on this trip was to write a song to commemorate the 10,000 days and give that song a hefty amount of meaning. I actually started writing something when I was on top of that big ass hill where I didn't have anything to say. Haven't got far, lol. But I did kind of vibe with that writing that I saw on the wall, that question, perché lo fai? And I kind of like, I don't know, there's something in that. There was something in like the question, call and response, answer, and just structuring a song around that. We'll see what I can do this evening. I've ordered a pizza. A pizza's on the way. So I'm going to be munching on that, bro, because I'm hungry. But even if nothing comes of it, so I did what I needed to do. Came across this video. It was about laziness. It was like a YouTube short. I'll link it somewhere. It wasn't that though. It was a comment on that video that, I'm going to paraphrase this because I don't actually remember what the comment was. In fact, bro, where's my laptop? Let me get it. If you let them, they'll work you dead. My mother told me, and it stuck. You do not exist to work. Work exists to supplement life. And while I could spend the last couple hours of this day working, I could just use this day to inform a bit of work at another point. We'll see how it goes. I'm not going to force it, is what I'm saying. The day was enough. The 10,000th day was enough. My next 10,000 days, isn't that almost the age that Rothko committed suicide? Couldn't be me. That's all I know. Maybe I'll spend the last couple of hours of this day doing nothing. Eating my pizza, sneezing, or I might put a little bit into writing. Regardless, I'm vibing. And that is all that matters to me. Take care.